Hi guys, Sparky here. I'm back with tutorials to do with Survival Game Kit, and this will be on how to get certain things working within Survival Game Kit or merging packs with Survival Game Kit. I used to do tutorials on UE4, but seeing as that's not used anymore, I've had a good clear out, and I'm starting all over again on UE5. Seeing as people will be using that. With the first video, I thought I'd bring people. This will be a modular character setup for Survival Game Kit. So this will be setting up body parts, the meshes, the clothing, all that type of things for Survival Game Kit. Because a lot of people will want to use a modular character, but just don't know how to do it or can't follow previous old tutorials regarding the matter. So I thought, why not start off with a modular character tutorial for Survival Game Kit version 2. So let's get started. What you will need is a character cut up into pieces. I use Character Creator 3. It's a good little program. It's this one here. You can get it on trial for 30 days. So in theory, you would not need to go and spend the $400, $500. Can't remember what I paid for it. But it's an expensive program. With the trial version, you get 30 exports. So I suppose if you're just going to cut up one character, you could get your modular character done, but simply create a character in modular Character Creator if you are using Character Creator. If not, you have to use Blender or something like that, but I use Character Creator simply because of its simplicity. You can do a lot of things in this, like cut up the body parts, hide body parts, set poses, quite a lot of poses. I'm not sure if this character's in the UE4 A pose, but he looks like it. So once you've got your character, you'll cut him up into pieces, and then import everything into UE4. You will import one mesh as a main mesh. Simply that's used for retargeting, and all the other meshes will use this skeleton here. So as you can see, all the files here. With Character Creator, it exports quite a lot of files. So when you're creating these diaries, my suggestion to you would to be keeping separate diaries for everything. If you don't have that issue, obviously you don't have to worry about that. But for me, unfortunately, because I do use Character Creator, it cuts up the body parts as well as imports all the textures for them specific body parts. Okay, so once you've got your modular characters set up like this, import them into UE4, and once doing the import them into UE5, should I say UE4. That's because I've done a lot of tutorials on UE4. So once you have your characters, the best way to go about this when it comes to retargeting in UE5, it's not like the old method in UE4 where you would go into the skeleton, select a humanoid, and then just retarget the skeleton. It's done differently inside UE5. So you would basically create a rig and retarget that way. Now the problem, I know a lot of people say this, you can delete the skeleton, replace it with your skeleton, and all the animations work. As I have found out from previous experience, if your character, so this is the character you are importing and want to replace with Survival Game Kit or any character out there with on the marketplace in any packs, deleting the skeleton simply just not do it, does not do it. That said, if your bones does not match the UE4 mannequin, okay, even though your skeleton sort of uses the UE4 mannequin, like the character creators, but you do end up with extra bones on character creator characters. So you would go about, if I show you the skeleton, so obviously you can see the skeleton's sort of the same. It uses the same naming conventions, but some places you end up with CC base bones, which the retargeter then messes up when you are retargeting. So obviously if you've got extra bones underneath the upper arm twist and so, like end bones, that causes a problem when you come to retargeting animations inside UE5, and it works the same for deleting a skeleton. So if you haven't got a skeleton that absolutely matches the UE4 mannequin, then your animations will come out all distorted, especially to do with Survivor Game Kit, because of the extra bones. And what I mean by the extra bones, I can actually show you on this character. Even though they're not active, they're still classed as bones. So as you can see, this one here, upper arm twist, it doesn't actually finish down here. It actually finishes halfway up the bone, and this is the extra bone that it would be named CC3 base and upper arm twist, so on and so on, which the retargeter messes up. Even though this character sort of similar uses the UE5 skeleton, it really doesn't, and it just depends what sort of character you're using for Survivor Game Kit. Obviously with these characters they come more advanced, especially with mouth targets and stuff like that, so that's why you end up with the extra bones for it. In my game I am actually using these bones. I found a walk around for the retargeter, especially when it comes to doing these bones here and the twist for the upper arm and lower arms. But yeah, anyway, so what we would need to do, okay, it's not advised to delete the skeleton within Survivor Game Kit and then just replace with your skeleton, because like I said, it would be messed up. So the best thing for you to do is create a retargeter and then manually retarget all the animations to your character. That way you don't have to use the SGK ones. You've got fresh animations for your character, and they just work a lot better in UE5. Okay, and in order to grab these rigs like this, instead of us making them, we're just going to pinch them, because they already come pre-built in the third person template. So what you would do is go here to the content browser. Not sure if it matters if you select content, but obviously add feature pack, third person, add the project, and then it will give you the characters folder. You go into the characters folder, grab the rig and just rename it to something you're going to recognize. And then where is it? Drag it across into your new folder, open it up, and then just simply change the mesh to your character, and there we have a fully working rig. Okay, so we've got that, and we will need one for SGK as well, so we can obviously just duplicate this, rename it, and then again open it up, and then select the mannequin that comes with survival game kit, this one. Okay, and then save it, and there you go. You've got 2 rigs automatically set up with just a couple of clicks. So we will open both of them. Okay, and then just simply create a retargeter. Doesn't really matter what you name it. So the source one will be the SGK one, and that gives us everything we need, all the animations, and then we want to target our character here. So as you can see, it's not completely, even though in character creator it says it's in the UE4 pose, it's entirely not in the UE4 pose. Okay, so if we just go up to this, let's reset that, and then we'll reset this one too, and then if we close this, reopen it, it should. So okay, so anyway, like I said, you've got to get the pose perfect, so all the bones must match up. So if you see, by just deleting a skeleton, this would not animate correctly, simply because all the bones are not correct. As you can see, these have got extra bones too, but obviously they're named differently when you import them, if you don't import them right and not as a game base. So I suppose we could, in theory, just edit the pose. Take it into and we'll do the get it in one. And that should do it. I'm not going to bother messing around with that just to get it perfect for the retarget, but obviously you can see what you have to do in order to retarget animations in UE5. Okay, so we've got that. Obviously we can go to the rifle, and as you can see, it's almost, everything's almost lined up perfect. Obviously, if things wasn't lined up perfectly, you could actually, if we just stop that animation, select these bones, and you could basically use this to blend into place. And again for the and then you can use So obviously things don't entirely match up, but you can just play around with things and then just get things perfect if you manage to for the retargets. Okay, and then most of the things should line up. Obviously the better your pose you get, the better the animations you get, but just by deleting the skeleton you're obviously going to have problems. But obviously if you don't if you've got a character that does use perfect skeleton, especially the pose, then you won't have them issues. Obviously these are different issues. Okay, so if we just save that, stop the retarget, show the pose, and then if we just grab all these, and then there's a reason I'd leave them all default. It just makes changing the animations in the animation BPs a lot easier. Okay, so if we just export all them, okay, save them all. Again, come here, select your IK rig, change the folder. In fact, we'll put it in this one just so we can we'll put it back in this folder, so it because every time you retarget, it creates duplicate animations of the ones that's already in use. So you would have to go through the animation BP and then just change them all back to the singular ones instead of the like idle hands 1, 2 and 3, which you will end up with after each retarget. As you can see here. So we'll just retarget them all. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Where am I? Here. Again, last one. And then save them all, and then we can just filter them out, and then animation. then if we just grab all three, then we can just move them into there, and then just fix up the redirectors. I like to do that just to make sure nothing's amiss. And then we can just rename these. We'll put just on the end. And that'll be easy to change them in SGK. Okay. So if we just disable that. Okay. Now what we need to do is open the SGK character. And if we just I haven't cut up the arms, but you just can do that. I'm just going to show you how to set up modular when it comes to this is the third person. Then we'll set the body. And then obviously everything's working. Obviously the sockets won't be just yet because we haven't put the sockets on the skeleton. I'll quickly show you how to do that. So if we come back here, go here, open that, and then back to the character. And then if we just grab the sockets, and go back over to our skeleton. And then we've got all our sockets. So if we go back into game now, and as you can see, obviously you can see the mesh isn't completely lined up in the bones, but obviously you can spend more time sorting that yourselves. But as you can see, we've got a working character. Okay, so now we will set up the modular, and what I tend to do just for this is we create skeletal meshes, so onto the main mesh, that is, by the way. So we'll have here, head, torso, arms, hands, legs, and feet. And then one more for the main mesh, which would be the boxer mesh. Okay. So again, wherever you've got your character from, if it's a modular one, you have your modular parts. So again, we've got arms, boxes, feet, hair, and so on and so on. Okay, and we can just go straight to the master character. For the hair mesh, you can just search hair. So again, you'll see it won't be moving. I'll show you how to solve that. Head, torso, arms, hands, legs, and feet. So as you can see, we've got our modular character. He's obviously got no boxer shorts on. We'll set those. Okay. What I like to do with the main mesh is we'll just and then make sure you've got always tick pose and refresh bones. Okay. And then open your construction script, and on the end of here set leader, and then just do it to any, really. It doesn't really matter because we're going to be setting up our own. So if we just disconnect this, if we just grab all of them, drag them in, and then we'll just grab the mesh, link it onto there, and then just link all these up. Okay. And then again, I'm going to grab all these. Hook all these in. Okay, well, that's done. If we compile, the poser goes straight into it, and now it's moving as should be. Okay, and then we can test that if we just save all. Remember, we've got the main mesh hidden, and we've got a fully working modular character that you can still equip, use your weapons. Okay, so we know that's working. Okay, back to the character. You want to go to SGK E_mesh, body mesh. Okay, and for each one of the components you want to add a mesh. Head, torso, arms, hands, feet, legs, and then last one for the boxes mesh. And if we just save this, go back to the character, and we've got these, so we can just again select all your body parts, drag in, head, hair, torso, arms, hands, legs, feet, boxes mesh. Obviously you can tidy things up. I'm just doing it like this. Okay, so that's that. Again, we come back to get rid of this, graph, inputs, and then find your camera switch. And then what you want to do is just drag this down, disconnect this, you can leave this here, grab this, and then obviously you just want to copy this and then paste in however many times you need. So if we go head, torso, arms, hands, feet, feet, legs, boxes mesh. Okay, and then we just grab and just plug in each one. And then, okay, so that's that. And then for the meshes, what you want to do is just plug them in here. Okay, and then we'll grab this, connect it there, grab this end one, connect it there. Okay, so that's what you will need in order to set the meshes and get the meshes. Okay, remember, just disconnect this. You won't need it because you're getting the meshes here and then setting those owner. So we'll just grab them, copy them, then into first person, and again, if you just grab these two, disconnect, and then we'll just paste that one in there. Obviously, again, you just have to reconnect all the blues. I think that's them all. And just plug that in there and reconnect that there. Okay, so again, it's getting the mesh and setting an OC owner. Okay, now what I would advise people to do is also cut up their third person body if they are using it. So like legs, feet and torso, don't worry about the arms because you have separate mesh for the arms. Okay, and again, just connect them like it is here if you've got like a third person body parts. I have set that up in my other project and it works really well. So I would advise people to also cut up their first person body parts. Okay, this is not the body parts that's in third person, but the first person body parts. Okay, again, you would just find your third person body, which is here, and then just again put your meshes on there and create another construction script, another one, and set the pose leader. Okay, so again, we've done the character component. So if we just compile that, save all. And then everything's working. Okay. So that is the modular character setup for Survival Game Kit. An updated version, especially to do with Survival Game Kit on UE5. I think that is everything. How long have we been on the video? Almost 41 minutes. I was going to show you the close part, but obviously the video's getting a bit long now. This was about setting up the modular parts. If you want another video on how to set up modular clothing, just leave some comments and I'll possibly do another one. But that is how you get a fully modular character working in Survival Game Kit. Everything works, no errors. Yeah. So if you do like these videos, just give us a like or subscribe, and I'll bring you more Survival Game Kit tutorials, things that people don't know. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.